Queen's Catholic Sixth Form. I just wanted to give you a bit more details about the pastoral structure that we have and what you can expect when you join us. Just a few comments. I know we're very proud of this. We received a very positive Ofsted the last 2 times, and these are some of the things that they said about what the sixth form is like. And we certainly do take the personal development and well-being of all of our students very seriously. We do also like to think that we're there for the whole person, not just educational, but also developing personal skills and skills that employers are looking for. As one student said, there are always teachers around that you can talk to for support and guidance, and we're very proud of that. During your time with us, you will have a dedicated tutor and a head of year to support you for the full 2 years. And I'd just like to introduce you to some of the team.
So here we have the 2 assistant directors of sixth form, Mrs. Russell and Miss Brown. One will be head of year 12, one will be head of year 13, and they will stay with you throughout the 2 years of your A-level studies. We also have a dedicated range of tutors, and you will stay with your tutor group for the full 2 years of your study.
So, as I said, we're on site all day, so staff and students. So if you need help, someone will be available. It might well be that we're teaching lower school, but you can always find one of us usually around in Gabriel House. Gabriel has a reception also that is staffed every day either by Mrs. Purdy or Mrs. Joyce, and they're a first point of call for dealing with registration issues, including absence. And when your parents or you, if you have to ring in to say that you're poorly, they would be the people to deal with that. They can also help you if you get lost, particularly in the first few weeks, or if you lose a copy of your timetable. They're very useful ladies to know. They're also people that you will need to deal with when you have a medical appointment, or you need to go off for an interview, or perhaps for a work experience placement, because they'll deal with that on the register for you. Both ladies have also full first aid training and can provide a first point of call for a variety of issues. Gabriel Reception is also where you can find information and application forms for the 16 to 19 bursary. The 16 to 19 bursary is a little bit of money. It's £15 a week for those students who have a household income of under 26,000. The money is paid half-termly. It's directly to the student and helps to cover transport and educational costs. There can also be, if you need money, a little additional money if you're on the bursary for things such as textbooks or revision materials. What do we offer then? Well, we offer an exciting range of over 30 subjects at A-level and BTECs in children's play, learning and development, business, engineering, applied science, sport, art and law. So we also offer a wide range of enrichment opportunities, including visits both in the UK and abroad. And generally, I think most people think that their 2 years in sixth form are a fantastic time. These are just some of the range of educational visits that we've been on in recent years. Yes, there's a lot of places that we go, and just a few pictures here. There's students in London with MP Julie Elliott, who gave up her time to have a chat with them. Those are politics, law, history, sociology, and related subjects that social science subject students, and it was fantastic of her to give up her time for us. Also a picture there of the students in NASA as part of their visit. We also include residential visits to Jesus College, Cambridge and St Anne's in Oxford. We've also had students who've been able to go to the UN in Geneva for a couple of times. These are some of the students. Our connections with both St John's and with St Anne's at Oxford and Jesus College, Cambridge are very close. We work very well with them. They do a number of visits for us. This was the personal statement workshop last September for those students. And you can see, in fact, one of our own previous students who is at the college was there to look after us all and to give them all the advice that she could about when she applied. So that was a great opportunity. This is a meeting with the students when they were giving their guidance about personal statements, but they also do interview workshops and helping them not just applying for Oxbridge, but also applying for other Russell Group and aspirational universities. It's really important to be able to learn those skills quite early on. So we do take students both in year 12 and in year 13 for more detailed guidance. For induction, so when we start, when you come in September, hopefully, there is an annual induction day where there are workshops provided by the universities of Durham, Newcastle, and Sunderland. The workshops are actually geared towards increasing A-level skills, and there are sessions on research, essay writing, and note taking, all the skills that you'll need to develop for independent learning, which is a huge section of what you will do as an A-level student. There were also sessions that were given on relaxation and mental health and well-being. So it was an important day in moving towards a more sixth form orientated way of working. We also had an inspirational speaker. I mean, last time it was Molly Hughes, who was the youngest woman to climb Everest. And when I contacted Molly last year, when we should have had another one, but of course, unfortunately, with COVID, that wasn't possible. And she was more than happy to do it again. And her talk was truly inspirational. Here you've got some examples. So we've got workshops going on, and there's a little picture there of Molly climbing Everest. She actually did it the hard route, the very rarely done route, and she's an absolutely fascinating and inspirational speaker. Progression. I know that it may seem strange to you when you're just thinking about your A-level choices, but from the start, the pastoral team are working to prepare you for your next stage. So we also offer, because 2 years, I know it seems like a long time, but it isn't really. It goes very fast. I mean, if you think back to the time when you started in year 10, it's very, very quickly that this time goes through. So right from the word go, we're talking about where you want to go, making sure that you've made the right choices. So an enormous number of events that we have to prepare for UCAS or apprenticeships, including we have a careers fair every year, COVID hoping, attended by all the local universities and many from further afield, including Bristol, Hull, York and Leeds. And you can see this was it a couple of years ago before, unfortunately, COVID caught us. That's Bristol University there. We also have a range of apprenticeship providers who come, and also the Northern School of Art. So there's some people down there talking about art courses. We also have Miltech, which is one of the major providers of apprenticeships. Liverpool Hope University come. You can see Northumbria down there, Teesside, Leeds University, Leeds Beckett come, and several of the universities, all the local universities, and several have come from much further afield. And that's an important opportunity for you. Hopefully, it would be in the March time that you're in year 12, fingers crossed. We can also see more apprenticeship providers here. You've got Newcastle University, Durham will also be there, and so too Rolls-Royce. And we also look to help people applying to some of these universities. There's something called contextual offers, which are often based around postcode and the number of young people who go to higher education from your postcode. And we know working with these providers that we can help you to get the best advice for that. And working with apprenticeships, we've got close links with quite a few local firms in terms of helping people to go towards apprenticeships. We also offer the extended project qualification, and you can see here we've got the year before and then some of this year's students giving their presentations about their EPQ. Again, the EPQ offers you the ability to have a few more UCAS points, and the universities like it as well because it's something that you do completely on your own. But it does take a lot of commitment, and it's worth bearing that in mind before you embark on one. And certainly we have a screening process right in the very beginning to make sure that we feel that you have got the ability to work independently. You will also have a CIAG lesson once a week. That's Careers Information Advice and Guidance. And in those lessons, we provide workshops to help you prepare for personal statements and CVs. We try to make sure that you have the most up-to-date advice as possible. All of the team have had considerable training in terms of helping to provide advice and guidance for attending university. And we have a range of CAG tutors who will also be there to help you. We also organise, work experience placements at local hospitals. These are virtual at the moment. They are still taking place, but they're actually taking place online. And in the past, we were lucky that we always used to get students into Sunderland Royal and into James Cook. So we're hoping, fingers crossed, if everything ever returns to normal. We also have a strong working relationship with a number of local firms, including KPMG in Newcastle and Ernst & Young. And Ernst & Young Futures and Ernst & Young Finance work very closely with us, particularly in terms of raising aspirations for those students who might well feel that they want to go through an apprenticeship route but are not quite sure how to go about it. As you can see, this is workshops that we did with Ernst & Young. They also have a work experience program, which is excellent, which we try to get some of our students into as well. We've also had the position of students who've gone on to do their degree apprenticeship route, and that's Ernst & Young in Newcastle. We also have workshops provided by Sunderland University and Newcastle University for those who are interested in medicine or nursing as careers, occupational therapy, and a whole wide range of careers within the NHS. And you can see the students here being taught by one of the nurses from Sunderland. This is Newcastle University, students being given the opportunity to work in a laboratory in a bit more as would be like in the workplace. Again, this is workshops going on. This is a workshop about employability skills and interviewing. This would be a workshop provided by In School about personal statements and about preparing for university, and this will be given by the team from Jesus College, Cambridge, but as I say, St Anne's also come as well. Opportunities to get involved. We also have a wide range of activities to get involved in. These are what we call enrichment. These are all things that we encourage people to get involved in as much as possible. We do the Duke of Edinburgh Award group. We have a very strong group that's led by Mr. Herman and Miss Almond. We also do the John Paul II Award, and I'm very proud to say that we have the largest number of John Paul Award gold medal winners in the whole of the Northeast. We have large groups of students who do that, and that's something that students can do both in school with Miss Moran and Mr. Harrison, but students can also work within their own parishes, and in fact there's a considerable encouragement to do so. And it's not just Catholic faith either. You can be of any faith to take part in the John Paul II Award, working within your own local communities and parishes as well. There's the whole emphasis is on charitable work and helping others, and it's very, very strong within the school. We also have a CAFOD Young Leaders group, and we have a very heavily involvement in local and national elections. Elections can't happen in Sunderland really without us. And you can see, so you've got pictures here. This is the Duke of Edinburgh group. You can see them camping. This is students who went out on the visit to Cambodia to help a local village out there, improve their facilities. You can see them working. There's Miss Moran. This is part of the work the students did in preparing parcels of food for the local community. So there's always plenty of things to get involved in. Again, this is something at the youth village. It was a youth day. Again, more activities that students can get involved within their own parish. This is something that we did for the St Vincent de Paul Society, which we do every year. And again, all of this can build up towards your John Paul II Award. And you can see the students here. We collect toiletries every year for the homeless, for Wearside Women in Need, and for the Seamen's Mission down at the port, which all goes towards those sailors who are in difficult circumstances. But as I say, we also collect for Wearside Women in Need, and you can see we also collect children's toiletries and things for the homeless. So it's a worthwhile cause, and it all helps to build up towards your John Paul II Award. Yes, this is students taking part in election activities and in election ballot box runs. Sunderland is very proud of its tradition of coming in first, and we work hard towards that. And it's these students who do the running with the ballot boxes, and you can see them doing some ballot box training. And yes, here we are. This is the actual election, and you can see some of our students out there getting those boxes in as quickly as possible. There's a wide range of things that you can get yourself involved in. We like students to have as much opportunity to get involved as we can. We don't take part in the sports day because there's too many of us. What we do have now is we have an annual rounders competition. It's an interform rounders competition. It's very tense. It's very tightly fought, as I'm sure you can imagine, and it's a good day held by everybody. But again, physical activity is important. Just a few more things. The recognition of our students' achievements in the Lord Glenamara Award, we're very proud of. We've had a record number of students in its, they have 10 award winners every year, and we're really, really proud. We've only had one year where we didn't have somebody, and in 2012, since its inception in 2012, and in fact in the last 2 years we've had 2 of the 10 runners, as you can see there. And in fact, in our former Secretary of State, Damien Hines, when we were there for the last time there with Melin and Robert, he actually said, "Who are these St Anthony's and St Aidans?" So, we're quite proud of our record. And in fact, we had a student last year as well, but unfortunately because of COVID, the ceremony couldn't take place. We also use the Unifrog program, and Unifrog is absolutely brilliant in terms of preparing students for university or apprenticeships, but it also helps with things like MOOCs, which are massive online open courses, which again the universities really approve of as it shows students' ability to learn independently. But there's also webinars there that students can listen to. There's a full careers library and some really good ideas about how to university or apprenticeships. There's also things that you can do here that really help building up your personal statement or your CV. And then we also have it for looking for universities, Oxbridge, apprenticeships. And if students are wanting to look to study abroad, and we do have students who have studied either in Europe or Northern Ireland or Ireland, again, it gives you some information about that. Students perhaps who are from the European Union who wish to study in European Union countries, we have had that too. So, how many careers, how many things do people go on to do? Well, to be frank, it's too many to mention. But to name just a few, we have nurses, teachers, accountants, artists, engineers, and countless other careers. Every year, the team has to investigate a new course or apprenticeship, anything from ethical hacking to the banking industry to oceanography in Falmouth. We also have helped many students to enter prestigious drama schools and conservatoires and apprenticeships in the turbine engineering and in with the big 6 accountancy firms. So what can you do after you leave St Anthony's and St Aidan sixth form? Well, it's up to you. Anything and everything that you want. The most important thing is to embrace every experience, to try to do as much as you can, but to enjoy it at the same time. That's the website, and I know you're probably aware of where the website is now. Lots of information on there for you. So, just some last advice. Think very carefully about your A level and BTEC choices. This is an important decision, and for you it will be particularly difficult as you've had such a disrupted year. These courses are going to be hard. A levels and BTECs are hard, and they can have an important impact on your degree and career opportunities. So make sure that you really enjoy these subjects as well. That's very important. People ask about BTECs and if the universities like them. Well, the answer is that they love them. They are an excellent preparation for university study, which is very similar in structure. There's a great deal of independent study broken into modules and coursework, which is very like a modern degree. We've had students go to Durham University to study primary education from the BTEC Child's Play Learning and Development course. And finally, we're really looking forward to welcoming you all in September to start this new and exciting challenge together.